about all the things what you're doing, and in my head I painted pictures. And since I've come home, well, my body's in a maze, and I miss our ginger hair and the way you like to dress. I want you come over, stop making a fool out of me. Oh, why don't you come over that way, yeah. Valerie, that way, yeah. Where sometimes I go out by myself and I look across the water, and I think about all the things what you're doing, and in my head I paint a picture. And since I've come home, well, my body's in a maze, and I miss our ginger hair and the way you like to dress. I want you come over, stop making a fool out of me. Oh, why don't you come over that way, yeah. Valerie, that way, yeah. Where sometimes I go out by myself, where sometimes I go out by myself and I look across the water, and I think about all the things what you're doing, and in my head I paint a picture. And since I've come home, well, my body's in a maze, and I miss our ginger hair and the way you like to dress. I want you come over, stop making a fool out of me. Oh, why don't you come over that way, yeah. Valerie, that way, yeah. Where sometimes I go out by myself and I look across the water, and I think about all the things what you're doing, and in my head I paint a picture. And since I've come home, well, my body's in a maze, and I miss our ginger hair and the way you like to dress. I want you come over, stop making a fool out of me. Oh, why don't you come over that way, yeah. Valerie, that way, yeah. Where sometimes I go out by myself and I look across the water, and I think about all the things what you're doing, and in my head I paint a picture. And since I've come home, well, my body's in a maze, and I miss our ginger hair and the way you like to dress. I want you come over, stop making a fool out of me. Oh, why don't you come over that way, yeah. Valerie, where sometimes I go out by myself and I look across the water, and I think about all the things what you're doing, and in my head I paint a picture. And since I've come home, well, my body's in a maze, and I miss our ginger hair and the way you like to dress. I want you come over. Stop making a fool out of me. Oh, why don't you come over that way? Valerie, that way. Where sometimes I go out by myself and I look across the water, and I think about all the things what you're doing, and in my head I paint a picture. As if I've come home, well my body's in a maze, and I miss our ginger hair and the way you like to dress. I want you come over, stop making a fool out of me. Oh, why don't you come over that way? Valerie, that way. Where sometimes I go out by myself and I look across the water, and I think about all the things what you're doing, and in my head I paint a picture. As if I've come home, well my body's in a maze, and I miss our ginger hair and the way you like to dress. I want you come over, stop making a fool out of me. Oh, why don't you come over that way? Valerie, that way. Where sometimes I go out by myself and I look across the water, and I think about all the things what you're doing, and in my head I paint a picture. As if I've come home, well my body's in a maze, and I miss our ginger hair and the way you like to dress. I want you come over, stop making a fool out of me. Oh, why don't you come over that way? Valerie, that way. Where sometimes I go out by myself.
Yeah, I'm supposed to be reacting. Steve, snap out of it, will you? Yeah, I was mesmerized. Boy, this version of this song, whew. You know, I said this before, and I don't mean this to be mean or anything. I was never a big Amy Winehouse fan. I don't know why. It was just maybe the time in my life when I was busy working and doing things, and I didn't really focus on music that much. I mean, I always had the radio on when I was in the car. I always, would listen to music, while I was driving and things like that. As far as going to concerts and things, yeah, on rare occasions. Uh, I just, I was so busy doing all kinds of other things. I just didn't take time for that part of my life, the enjoyment part, I guess. And some of the things I chose to call enjoyment were not that good. But for what it's worth, when I heard Angelina sing "I Put a Spell on You" about 8 years ago now, probably, uh, my my love of music came back right at that moment, along with a search for identity, my own identity. I did a full retrospective on my life, and I decided, am I a good person or a bad person? I don't know. Does it make any difference? I don't know that either. So anyway, but Angelina is the one that compelled me to uh, dive in. And she didn't do it on purpose. She didn't mean it. But her nature, her natural abilities are staggering to me. Just staggering. What does that mean? That means that I've never heard anybody like her. I'm 69 years old. I've never heard anybody that can sing like Angelina. So, I can't wait every day. I get on here and sometimes I do silliness, I do jokes and things like that, but I can't wait to get on here all the time and find new stuff from Angelina. This is brand new, it just came out. And this is, the way her creative genius, slow it down, guitar in the background, it just gives her ability to connect herself to the original, back to herself, out to us, touch our hearts, touch our souls. It's something that I've never really experienced consistently from any singer. Now, there are occasions when songs touch your heart. I just went on a little binge here, watched a bunch of just random Instagrams. I don't think, yeah, on this channel, I think, right? Yeah, and it's the talent shows. America's Got Talent, and then UK's Got Talent, and all the other ones. Those, I know they hype it up, and there's a certain amount of human interest in all that kind of stuff, and I appreciate that. And I assume that everything, all the stories and things they tell you are true on there. Why wouldn't they be? And do they add something to the performance? Absolutely. I've said it before. If you get asked to sing the national anthem at the Super Bowl, you're already pre-staged for a great thing. That moment in time every year is looked forward to by millions of fans, and they are ready. So when you take that stage, they're already got the hair on the back of their neck is standing up. They got goosebumps. They're starting to cry a little, emotional because of the patriotism of the moment, right? So all you got to do is a passable job, and you just did a great job. You've been elevated to a whole different level, and that's always been my impression of those kind of moments. So, if you get somebody to cry at that moment, it's really not a great achievement necessarily. But what it was the whole thing, the moment, the venue, the spectacular nature of it, all of that. I guess I call it, you're teed up, right? You're the golf ball sitting on the tee and the swing's in motion, right? All you got to do is hold still. Let the club hit you, right? So, yeah, it's, like Chris Stapleton, I think, just did the one in the last Super Bowl, right? Yeah, I got emotional. Sure, I always do, except for one time. There was one, who was it, that sang that really bad version of it? They had to go out of their way to make that happen, okay? That was the intention of that. And that was just a disgrace. But anyway, that's my opinion. And, some people could have liked it, I guess, I suppose. I don't know who, but maybe. So to go back to Angelina, she takes this song. I've never been a huge Amy Winehouse fan. I know a number of her songs. I've heard her sing, and that kind of thing. Heard her on the radio, and but it was a time in my life when I wasn't a fan of really anybody necessarily. So I'm not criticizing Amy Winehouse at all. I'm just saying, But then she got her life went the way that it went, and that's unfortunate for anybody. But I can understand that the pressures of celebrity and all that kind of stuff are just have to be tremendous. So Angelina takes it. She's sang this song numerous times. Venice Beach was a fun one with her sister playing in the sand and stuff. That was a really fun version. So the one thing about Angelina that I think is really unique is she can take any song, and every time she sings it, it's a new version of the song. It's not the same song. This is an example of that. This is beautiful. It's just, I wrote a comment. I almost never write comments to songs like this. I shouldn't say never. Almost never. Probably of all the videos I've done of Angelina, I think I've wrote comments maybe a half a dozen times. I've got over 1,400 videos. They're not all Angelina. I do other things, but the majority of them are Angelina. So let's say six, seven, 800 maybe are Angelina. And I don't write comments. I don't write comments for a lot of reasons. I think that I don't consider myself to be a person that would be an influencer. I'm an old guy. I've been around. I've listened to music. I'm not an expert in anything. I'm a carpenter, a retired carpenter. You guys all know the story. Right now, I'm dealing with some health issues. I think most of you know that story too, and it's unfortunate. But I guess it comes with age, from what they tell me. I've never been this old, but it's not uncommon. Most of the stuff I'm dealing with is not terribly uncommon, I guess. So here I am. I'm listening to Angelina. It makes me feel better. It makes me feel better. Listening to her sing makes me feel better. There's a sense of amazement. There's a sense of astonishment. There's a sense of all that. I listen to her as like, there really is hope for humanity. Honest to goodness. I was giving up on that before I even heard Angelina. That I thought, wow, this world is going downhill fast, okay? There is soap on the slide. We're sliding right down to the bottom. And I didn't know, I'm writing a book, and I actually put part of what I put in the book was the inevitable decline and eventual extinction of the human race. It was, that concept is in there in a different kind of a way. You have to entertain when you talk about stuff like that. You can't just blurt it out, right? So, I described why, how, and how we got to the point that we're at, and then eventually we crossed the Rubicon. We crossed the bridge of no return, and then the species is not able to be saved in any measurable sense. So I got that in my book, right? I did research on everything that I put in the book to make sure that it was based in reality and, scientists looking into it and all that kind of stuff. I made up some of the main storyline of the book, but when I said something in there, when I say something in the book, it's confirmed by facts and information that I found somewhere on the internet. So let's go back to Angelina. When she sings, there's an instant connection. I've been calling it lately Pavlov's dog's reaction. Now, if you're not familiar with Pavlov's dogs, it was an experiment I think a psychologist did, if I'm not mistaken. And they were able to, they used to, I think what it was they rang a bell, and then they would feed the dog food. Ring a bell, feed the dog food. And then over time, they would ring the bell, and the dogs would start to salivate because they knew they were going to get something to eat. So it's like that. When I know I'm going to do an Angelina video, I'm already teed up, okay, all the time. So I can't help that. That's just the way it is. So yeah, Angelina's voice always, you almost never know what you're going to get, other than it's going to be great. So that's that. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. So let's go ahead and listen to this a few more times. If I get mesmerized and stuck in it, I hope you guys don't mind.
And I look across the water, and I think about all the things what you're doing, and in my head I paint a picture. And since I've come home, well, my body's in a maze, and I miss our ginger ale and the way you like to dress. I want you come over, stop making a fool out of me. Oh, why don't you come over that way, Valerie, that way, Where sometimes I go out by myself and I look across the water, and I think about all the things what you're doing, and in my head I paint a picture. And since I've come home, well, my body's in a maze, and I miss our ginger ale and the way you like to dress. I want you come over, stop making a fool out of me. Oh, why don't you come over that way, Valerie, that way, Valerie. sometimes I go out by myself.
Okay, so yeah, I don't think Angelina. I don't know if she follows me or not. I don't know if she'll ever see the video, but for what it's worth, she's 18 years old now. She's a young lady, and she is a spectacular beauty. As we've seen her grow and develop into a beautiful young woman and a what I would call a complete and wholesome young woman, as far as we know. Okay, and I don't have any reason to doubt that. Her mom and her grandmother have been shepherding her her whole life. I think more likely, I think what's going on with that is they have allowed her to uh, uh, follow her dreams with their uh, encouragement and them facilitating the opportunities that would allow her to follow her dreams. Okay, that's just my opinion, and I envision Grandma Mary playing Billie Holiday when Angelina was in the womb and holding the radio up next to Mama Sarah's pregnant self for Angelina to get a little head start. I don't know if that ever happened. That's a vision that I have in my mind of something that could have happened. And I think between the Grandma Mary and Sarah, uh, they have taken care to not stifle Angelina's abilities and talents in any way, but to encourage her to explore them in her own way. And they have facilitated her wishes and dreams. You know, you've heard the story about Angelina wanted to go on Norway's Got Talent the year before she actually went on it. And Mom basically said, "Yeah, we better wait till next year. You're a little young." So, and Sarah has said many times she has to put the brakes on Angelina all the time. She wants to go, go, go. And yeah, that's the benefit of youth, right? Yeah, we're always ready to go. But Mom and I think Grandma Mary too provide a little bit of wisdom and foresight and try to take things at a reasonable pace. I've also heard people comment, many people comment that they think things are, what's up with Republic Records? How come they're not promoting her and all that? I mean, I honestly, Angelina has not taken the same path as a lot of the pop singers and things like that. You know, a lot of the pop singers do this instant fame on the social media sites, and then bam, they're a big star, and then they're driving Lamborghinis up down the street and that kind of stuff, right? Yeah, not Angelina. Angelina is has a path that she's traveling that is unlike anybody else's path. It's unique to her and her family, and it's not. It seems to me that they're on track. I'll use the example. Everything she's done, all this big stuff, twice at the Nobel Peace Prize. That's no small thing in my estimation. Plus, it sends such a great message, right? And then she goes off to the FIFA Awards. Then she's at the she was just at something else. She's as a little kid. Remember, she was at that. I think it was it South Korea, the 40,000 people. She sings for 40,000 people in one venue. Can you? That's a lot. That's pretty close to a football stadium's amount of people. By the time you take off, part of the seating for whatever, for stuff. Okay, so yeah. It's she's done huge things. She just got done singing in Vegas, where Elvis spent 7 years of his life, and sang and was in residency there. And then after he left, he was only around about 8 months after that, and then he passed away. And I'm not saying anything other than that. The how it happened is to me is just kind of tragic after such a life of such an amazing life that he had. But again, she did that. At 18, she sang on that stage. Nobody, I don't think there's ever been a performer that young perform there, period. And Angelina, of course, has covered Elvis many times, and she has some people like this right here. I didn't stop on this picture on purpose. It just stopped there. But then she's got that little, right in here, she's got that little lip curl thing almost, cooking a little bit. And, a lot of people think she's related to Elvis because of that. I don't know about this stuff. People ask me, do you think she's related? I'm not a geneticist, okay? I don't really know. I think in some way we're all related to each other because we're Homo sapiens, okay? But other than that, I really couldn't say. So, uh, yeah, you know, there's so much. This world is really amazing, isn't it? Anyway, let's move on before I ramble on to ad infinitum.
And I look across the water, and I think about all the things what you're doing. And in my head I paint a picture as if I've come home where my body's in a maze. And I miss our ginger hair and the way you like to dress. I want you come over, stop making a fool out of me. Oh, why don't you come over that way? Valerie, that way. Where sometimes I go out by myself and I look across the water, and I think about all the things what you're doing. And in my head I paint a picture as if I've come home where my body's in a maze. And I miss our ginger hair and the way you like to dress. I want you come over, stop making a fool out of me. Oh, why don't you come over that way? Valerie, that way. Where sometimes and I look across.
Okay, guys, I don't want to stop listening to it. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to because I have other matters to attend to today, but I don't wanna. So there's that. Let's see if there's anything else up here under the circle.
Let's go.
Yeah.
I was like, good gracious, has no patience, flirtatious, trying to show.
I'm here with my mother. Let's go.
I was like, good gracious, has no patience, flirtatious, trying to show.
Okay. I guess that's it for today. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you all enjoyed our little trip over here to Angelina's Instagram page. I will see you on the next video. Have a great day. Good day. Oh, well, I got to do my traditional ending, right? Have a good day, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever it is, wherever you are. And we will see you on the next video. Bye-bye.